What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode on A Gun Fetish TV. My name is Sean. I got a gun fetish. And if you got a gun fetish, then I'll be damned if this ain't the place to be, A Gun Fetish TV. Yes, we are back, and my pistol is back from Tennessee from Defiant Machine Works. They did an excellent job, everybody. I was already in love with this pistol. Now I'm extra in love with the pistol, okay? I got it back, and I gotta be honest, all right? I was shooting the gun already before I did this episode, but I haven't ran everything through it. Like, I ran some 115 grain through the pistol. I haven't ran the 124 and 147 grain ammo through the pistol, which is what I'm going to do today, just to test to make sure it's functioning properly after all the, custom work that I got done to the gun. So Defiant Machine Works. Listen, I recommend them so far. Unless we have some hiccup today, then that'll be a different story. But for so far, I recommend that company highly. They did great work, and they did it in a very short time. Okay. Now, I want to remind everybody what the pistol looked like before. So this is what the gun looked like when I first got it. Okay. Remember, I told you guys that I had got the Floyd Customs Magwell, the Align Tactical thumb rest, and the Overwatch Precision trigger. Those were the things that I already got done to the pistol before I sent it off to Defiant Machine Works. So I sent it off to them to get porting done, to get a Cerakote job, and also stippling. So let's begin. I'm going to show you guys first the barrel, okay? So here's the barrel, all right? And here's the ports that I got done in the barrel, okay? You see the ports here, okay? So these ports, if anybody don't understand and don't know what the ports are for, let me remind you again. When you shoot the pistol, gases come out the front of the barrel, which makes the muzzle rise when you take a shot, okay? So with these portholes in the top of the barrel, it allows gases not only to come out the front of the pistol, but also out of the top. And when it comes out of the top, when the gases shoot out the top, it forces the muzzle to kind of come down quicker than if you didn't have the ports. So it makes your follow-up shots faster when you got ports, all right? So these ports are done very well, and they're actually beautiful, okay? Now, so that's the barrel. Now I'm gonna show you guys the slide. Look at this baby right here. Here's the slide, y'all. All right. Now, on the slide, you'll see also I did the fill-in part on the M&P, on this part here, and this part and the 2.0. I actually filled that in, all right, with white fingernail polish. All right. And then on this side, you'll see the Smith & Wesson. Okay, I did that part as well. But the actual Cerakoting, the paint that's on the slide, was done by Defiant Machine Works. Also in the top, you'll see that this window was cut out at the top. This is so that the gases can actually come through the barrel and out of the top of the slide. All right. And right now on here, I have a Gideon Optics. This is the Judge XL optic. All right. Has a nice big window. All right. So that's that part. Now, let me show you the grip. Here's the grip, everybody. Look how beautiful that is. Look at the stippling. Okay. Nice, beautiful stippling. Okay. Anybody that don't know what the stippling is for, stippling helps you get a better grip on the pistol. Not that it was bad in the first place, but this is just to add some design to it and, get you a real nice grip. All right. So it doesn't go anywhere in your hand. All right. Here's my same aftermarket Overwatch Precision trigger. There's the thumb rest, but they did an excellent job on this as well. Now, I'll be right back. I'm going to put it back together and show you the whole pistol all in one piece. All right. So here it is, all together in one piece. Right? What y'all think? You like it? I gotta say this too. Shout out to my man Jay With on YouTube, JAYWETH. Check out his channel. He has excellent content. And on that channel, you will see something very familiar, okay? Because he has the same pistol. He's the one actually that inspired me to get this pistol, all right? He has the same pistol and he has the same Cerakote job, just in a different color. His is like green, white, and red, I believe. It was like a Boba Fett from Star Wars actual type of paint job, all right? It looked real good, and when I sent this one off, I wasn't quite sure the design that I actually wanted. So I ended up just telling them to do the same thing that Jay With had, just different colors, all right? So I appreciate you, Jay With. Hopefully you don't mind me having a similar pistol, but this is what I got, all right? And as you can see, there's the ports in there, all right? Now I did the fill-in job on the M&P and there's, you know, the different symbols, all right? I did that with white fingernail polish, okay? I filled that in, all right? But everything else was done by Defiant Machine Works. And as you see, they did a professional, beautiful job, all right? And I love it. So only thing left to do now is to get out here on the range. We're gonna run some ammo through it, and we're gonna make sure it's reliable. And after that, we just gonna enjoy this thing, all right? So let's go shoot. All right, everybody, so I'm real sweaty right now. I just had a training session in between takes here, so it's hot. All right, so we back. All right, here it is. All right, my M&P 2.0 3.6 9mm. What I want to do right now, I got some 115 grain PMC ammo loaded up in here. What I want to do is I want to see how flat it's shooting, or I want to show you guys how flat it's shooting. Okay, so you know, and a lot of people, when you see them shoot, you see a lot of muzzle rise. So the purpose of these ports is to mitigate some of the muzzle rise, and we want to see the slide more or less reciprocating back and forth more. I mean, you're gonna get some muzzle rise, but more reciprocating back and forth as opposed to rising up. All right, so we're gonna do some 115 grain PMC. This is the target that I'm gonna be shooting at. I'm gonna be aiming, you know, for the A zone of this target. And of course, I want to make sure that, or see if I can keep them all in this box. All right, and I just want to run the gun, all right, kind of quick, and let's see how the muzzle rise is, and see how much work the ports is actually doing to mitigate the muzzle rise. All right, all right. Okay. All right, let's go. 10 rounds. All right, keep an eye on the slide, y'all. Let's see how flat it is and how it. Okay. All right, how I look? What y'all think? Show y'all the target. All right, so I took my eyesight off the A zone, and that's why you see that low one and the one to the right. All right, but y'all tell me. Let me know in the comments. How did it look? Was it flat? Was it shooting flat? All right, so we reloaded. All right, I got some more 115 grain in here. All right, and let's try some double taps. So I got 10 rounds in here. We're gonna do some double taps, and let's see. We're just trying to make sure that it shoots with no problems, no jams, no out of feed, out of battery situations, and no double feeds and stuff like that. Okay. All right, so let's go. Some double taps. All right. Okay. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad. Still a couple low. All right. Let's take a look at the target. All right, it's the double taps. Okay, all right, let's change targets. Now I want to introduce you guys to Chuck. This ugly dude right here, his name is Chuck. He think he tough because he from West Philly, okay? He been talking crap all day. He said I was lame. He said I couldn't shoot, all right? And one thing I want to tell you guys about Chuck too, I hate talking to Chuck because Chuck has very, very, very bad breath, okay? You talking about halitosis here, all right? Look at this red goo coming out of his mouth, all right? That is like, this dude, let me tell you something. I asked him, when was the last time he brushed his teeth? He said he hasn't brushed his teeth in 200 years, all right? So you can imagine how bad this dude's breath is. So since he talking crap, he called me a lame and said I can't shoot. I changed targets and I changed ammo. This is PMC 124 grain, all right? So let me shoot around. I'm gonna shoot at Chuck and I'm gonna take him out, all right? Body shot first. You know when it comes to zombies, they're not dead until you hit them in the brain. So we're gonna say that for last. All right, let's go. All right, Chuck. Let's see. Now, earlier you tried to touch me. You tried to touch me with them nasty hands of yours. But when I moved back, you were still walking towards me. So let me take your feet out first, all right? Let me go ahead and take that foot that's flat on the ground. Let me get that. Right, okay. Now let me get the other foot. All right, now he can't walk, okay? Now, if I get up close to him, he's still trying to grab me, all right? So let's get the hand that's over top of his leg. Let's get that one. Okay, well, I took his finger off. Let me get the actual hand. Another finger. I keep telling, all right, I took his fingers off for now. Let's get the other hand over here. There you go. All right, so now he can't touch me, y'all. All right, now, let's hit that arm right there. Okay, up in the shoulder. Okay. See, I got another. Let me get the other arm. Okay. And let me try to get that mouth right there. Let me pop him right in this damn trap so he can stop talking crap. Okay. All right. I'm out. Time to reload. All right, Chuck. He ain't talking crap no more because I done shot him in the mouth. But I hate when a man is out here rolling his eyes, okay? So, since you rolling your eyes at me, let's get these eyes out of here. One. Low. There you go. All right, now, I got 7 left in the magazine. Let's just focus on that brain and get him up out of here. Done deal. Chuck's dead. Okay. M&P 2.0, 9mm, 124 grain PMC. Took Chuck up out of here. Feet, hands, arms, right in the mouth. Okay. Eyes and brain. Done deal. All right. Next, I got some 147 grain to test. I'm gonna test that with the steel target. All right, so let's get the steel target together. Okay, y'all, so it's nothing like the sound of ringing steel, all right? When you out here, it gives you that instant gratification knowing that you hit your target. Okay, so I got a nice steel target out here. It's white and green, and I'll just show it to you guys. All right, okay, y'all, so here's the steel target here. That's what I'll be shooting at. And I don't know if you guys who train and go to the range ever get the opportunity to shoot steel, but it's a lot of fun, okay? You're getting immediate gratification because you can hear the sound. Paper's very, very important, so you can see and make sure that, you know, your aim and everything is good and all of that. You need that to diagnose issues and problems with your grip and your sight and all that too. But then at a certain point, you want to be able to shoot some steel, okay? So let's get this thing ringing. Let's get it ringing. Let's get it ringing. Okay, missed a couple. All right, out. Let's reload. All right, so far, y'all. So far, everything is ran perfectly, flawlessly. I done ran a couple magazines of the 115. I done ran a few of the 124. And this is my second one of the 147. And I am so pleased with this gun. I told you guys I loved it right out of the box. And I love it even more after I sent it out to Defiant Machine Works, LLC in Tennessee. All right, let's get back at it. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's get it ringing. See, living in New Jersey sucks. We limited to these 10-round magazines. By the time it start really getting good to you, you out, okay? But hopefully I'll be getting out of this godforsaken state soon at some point anyway. All right, so we're gonna end it with these last couple magazines I got here. All right, so I got 10 rounds again of the 115 loaded up. I got another 10 rounds of the 124 in my pocket. And we just gonna ring this out, all right? So hopefully you guys will be able to hear it as I'm shooting, okay? Okay, out. I don't have my mag holder with me. Let's see. All right, there it is, y'all. Done deal. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If any of you guys want any Cerakote work, hit up Defiant Machine Works. If you want any stippling on your gun, hit up Defiant Machine Works. If you want porting done, hit up Defiant Machine Works, LLC in Tennessee. Shout out to Defiant Machine Works. I appreciate you guys. One of the very reasons why I went to them, like I said in the first show, is that their lead time is probably the shortest that I've seen. All right, 2 weeks. For those of you that don't like being without your pistol for a long time like me, 2 weeks. And then they have another service where I believe it's another $100. You give them an extra 100, 7 days. That's to them from the time they receive it to the time you get it back, 7 days, okay? So, I appreciate you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm a brand new channel, y'all. I'm just trying to create, you know, good gun content for you all. I hope that you enjoyed this show, and my goal is to make one even better and better. I think the mic is a little better this time, right? So, I'm trying to make it good for you guys, man. I got a lot of ideas, a lot of friends and family that's going to be doing episodes with me. And we're going to try to keep it interesting, all right? I got a lot of ideas for this channel. So, my name is Sean. I got a gun fetish. And if you got a gun fetish, I'll be damned if this ain't the place to be. A Gun Fetish TV. We out.